And then we got this post here. Big up this user on Twitter called Vittorio. Their username is Ita Intellectualis, right? Ita Intellectualis. So big up at them, and I guess I would recommend you check them out as well, because this summary or this roundup of Luigi Mangione and what may have transpired for him to turn out the way he did is really, really on point. So let's read this guy's roundup, or this person's roundup, in how they kind of see how the Luigi Mangione situation played out. So let me read it for you here. I haven't slept. B. Luigi Nicholas Mangione, born 1998 in Maryland. Family is loaded. Grandfather built golf resorts and luxury clubs. Grows up in towns, goes to elite private schools, Gilliam, 40k a year tuition, but worth every penny. He's a valedictorian in 2016. His classmates describe him as inventive, courageous, and charming. He's an Ivy League material. He gets into UPenn. He studies computer science and math. He majors in philosophy. Red flag maybe. He co-founds a game development club. He works on AI competitions. He's a perfect Chad, handsome, athletic, and ambitious. He graduates in 2020 with a BS and MS combo. Dream life has been unlocked. Lands a data engineering job at True Car and moves to San Francisco. So far, that first part of the story of Luigi Mangione sounds fucking perfect, right? Luigi Nicholas Mangione has the perfect start in life. He's kind of set in terms of having a, the American dream, white picket fence, 2 kids and a dog type of thing. It continues. 2021, cracks start to form. He gets into a surfing accident while on vacation in Hawaii. Chronic lower back CLBP becomes his entire personality. He can't work out, can't sit, can't live like a normal Chad anymore. He goes through the healthcare system, hellscape. Insurance denies the surgery. He spends on specialists, treatments fail, pain keeps getting worse, resentment grows, starts ranting about parasites, healthcare executives. That's all it takes. One incident is all it takes to turn this kid's life that started off perfectly well liked by his classmates, not an insult by any way, shape or form, maybe clearly swimming in, fellas, swimming in boozy, swimming in pussy, like swimming in it, just living a great life, everything's planned out for him. Then one freak surfing accident, he gets into the healthcare system, or he gets through that, he tries to navigate through it, and it completely breaks him. Continues. Gets weirdly into niche books. Crooked Outwitting the Back Pain Industry, Back Mechanic by Stuart McGill, Ted Kaczynski's Industrial Society and Its Future, 4 stars on Goodreads. He posts about banning porn online, toxic masculinity is under attack. He follows Erowid, explores the psychedelics of self-healing, and tweets get spicier, but no one pays much attention. That's another thing I heard someone mention too. There's been a big movement, it feels like. There's been a massive movement against people in startup industry advising against ayahuasca. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. I've seen a bunch of startup people who I like to follow who have been very anti-ayahuasca. A lot of these guys are saying guys are going to these ayahuasca retreats and they're kind of abusing these drugs, these psychedelics, and they're coming back completely different people. And some of them are having like, schizophrenic breaks. They're completely broken. They completely changes to other people. The drive disappears. They become very like, stuck in head in the clouds, wherever it may be. So a bunch of people are advising startup founders, if they're, having a bit of a mental block, they may be needing inspiration, not to go the ayahuasca route, which was also a thing that everyone done. I remember I wanted to do that at one point. There was one point I wanted to go to an ayahuasca retreat in like Chile and, somewhere deep in the mountains of South America and shit, Central America, and do it properly. That was all the time where I went to do silent retreats, when I was really into the whole self-actualization, that whole kind of movement, Kevin Rose, Tim Ferriss, the fucking Wim Hof guy. Like I was deep into that sort of world. I kind of stopped going into that thing anymore. But yeah, man, the ayahuasca has been very, very much discouraged. Everyone's kind of going against it. So people are saying maybe the ayahuasca may be a bit of an issue. It continues here. 2022, he goes on an ayahuasca retreat, Desperate for relief, looking for answers beyond medicine. He claims he saw God during the trip, but also fought off shadowy entities. He describes these 60 demons trying to implant ideas into his mind. He later tweets cryptic things like, "Not all pain is physical. They feed on fear, but you can push them back if you see their shape. Healthcare is only part of the cage." Friends think he's having a spiritual awakening, but vibe gets darker. He deletes most of his old tweets. He only posts sporadically after this. By 2023, he's fully withdrawn, but something about him seems different. Doesn't talk about demons anymore, like the memory was scrubbed. Fucking hell, bro. 2023, leaves True Car, moves to Hawaii permanently, broke, depressed, living off savings, spiraling quietly. He becomes a ghost online, posts less, deletes a lot of old tweets, but what's left feels curated, too on brand, weird foreshadowing. December 4th, 2024, United Healthcare Brian Thompson assassinated, shot outside Hilton Hotel in broad daylight. December 9th, Luigi Mangione arrested in Altoona, Pennsylvania, found with 3D printed ghost gun, 0 serial number, spooky tech vibes, silencer, fake IDs, plural Y, handwritten manifesto blaming healthcare executives for killing America. Here's where it gets weird. The manifesto. He calls CEO parasites and powerful abusers, apologizes for any trauma caused, but says this had to happen. Specifically names United Healthcare as the enemy of the people, but it reads like something out of a Hollywood movie. Too polished, too coherent for a supposed back pain-ridden maniac. No spelling errors, perfect grammar, emotional yet calculated, sus. So what people trying to say? They're trying to say he got planted, trying to say he got framed. Timeline doesn't add up. Luigi's last known address was Hawaii. How does he suddenly turn up in New York City? Unless a fake ID to check into a hotel near the crime scene. Now how convenient. He goes from Hawaii to NYC to Pennsylvania in a matter of days. Gets caught at McDonald's after a nationwide manhunt. Really? Ghost gun raises red flags. Why would a guy like Luigi, Ivy grad, tech savvy, spotless record, print a gun? Ghost guns are perfect deep state props, untraceable, terrifying buzzword V. Feels like a setup to push the DIY domestic terrorism narrative. His social media suddenly blows up. Goodreads reviews of Texas Jinsky go viral. The tweets about healthcare pawns to resurface, painting him as a radical genius. But the timing feels off, like it was meant to create this image. Friends and family shocked. He was a good kid, never showed signs of violence, always so bright. Doesn't fit the profile of a guy who would snap and assassinate a CEO. It's a psyop. Luigi is the perfect recruit. Ivy League pedigree equals media catnip. Relatable to both elites and normies. Chronic pain equals universal sympathy. Emotional hook for the masses. Anti-healthcare sentiment equals taps into the leftist rage against the capitalism. Manosphere vibes equals taints the right with toxic masculinity optics. Erowid plus psychedelics equals the MK Ultra callback, easy to manipulate mindset. The 6D demon fight was part of the setup. The ayahuasca trip wasn't self-healing. It was an astral battleground. CIA or any other deep state group planted the entities to break his spiritual defenses. They didn't want just to brainwash him. They wanted to hollow him out completely. The fight left cracks in his psyche, making him easy to manipulate afterwards. His cryptic tweets, they feed on fear, were cries to help before they really fully got to him. By the time of the CEO murder, he's fully under their control. Either the demons broke him or the deep state leveraged the battle to finalize his reprogramming. The actual hit, not Luigi's doing. CIA or Mossad carried out the assassination. Silencer screamed pro job. Luigi's memories implanted to make him feel like the fall guy. Ghost gun planted as evidence to tie him to the crime. Whoa, this guy is spitting. What? This conspiracy could be true. I'm falling for this, mate. I'm falling for this. Why this psyop now? Because right v left is collapsing. Trump united Silicon Valley libertarians, populist unions, and VC bros. Woke politics were dying, and no one cared about identity politics anymore. Deep state needed a new cultural fracture to maintain control. Solution: a class war. Kill a CEO, blame a relatable radical, watch the chaos unfold. Left: Luigi's a hero fighting corporate greed. Right: he's a manosphere nutjob demonizing capitalism. The coalition fractures, rich v poor takes center stage. Yo, deeper goal: scare Silicon Valley VCs into compliance. Don't back anti-establishment movements. Pit labor unions against and working class populists against tech elites. Distract from actual healthcare corruption with calls for more surveillance. But the cracks are obvious. Manifesto reads like a marketing pitch for a class war. Too perfect. How does a supposed radical assassin not have an escape plan? That's what I was saying earlier. That's what I was saying. Something doesn't add up. What's going on? Oh, I'm falling into this. I'm believing this, man. I'm believing this fully. Ghost Gun is too convenient. Like it was meant to terrify the normies. Social media timeline feels curated. Where's the raw, messy history? Good point. The psyop isn't just about Luigi. It's about sending a message. We control the narrative. We can't turn anyone into a villain or a hero. Don't question the system, or this could be you. Luigi didn't kill Brian Thompson. The deep state did. 3 out of 10 psyop, lazy execution, but it's working. Don't fall for it. Anon. I don't know, man. I think I'm buying into this, bro. I think it might be free Luigi until it's backwards, bro. I think it might be free Luigi until it's backwards. I think we might have to be screaming free Luigi until it's fucking backwards. Because wow, that guy laid it out perfectly. Absolutely spitting. Every single bit of that was pure and utter spit. I loved it. I loved every single minute of it. So free Luigi, free Luigi.